Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, in this episode we retouch some RAW files from the new Sony Alpha 7R. Bonjour mesdames et messieurs and welcome to episode 90 of my photography, Lightroom and Photoshop tips. My name is Serge Ramelli, I'm a French photographer living in Paris, France. Isn't that beautiful? Last week episode I show you how to do some compositing. This is the final result. It's pretty fun to do and you should give it a try. This week I'm starting a new adventure as a photographer. Inspired by Trey Ratcliffe, I bought the Sony 7R. It's a 36 million pixel camera and I have this very small 35mm f2.8 on, which is my favorite lens, 35mm to shoot landscapes. And so I did some tests of RAW files and I want to show you the quality of the RAW files and also to give you some little tips and tricks on shooting dog portraits in the sunlight. So here it is, my first try at the Sony Alpha 7R. Just before we get started with the tutorial, a couple of things. First, I have a new course coming out. It's called the Winter Landscape course. I love that course and you will see an introduction of it at the end of this video. Okay, last but not least, if you're coming to my website, you can still get on all my training 40% off using the promo code 2014. And if you want to get the RAW file of what we're going to be doing today, which means as a Sony Alpha 7R 36 million pixel RAW file, all you have to do is go to News, sign up for my newsletter, and you will get the RAW files for that episode and all the past episodes. So let's get started with the tutorial. Okay, so this is my first test of this Sony Alpha 7R. I took the R version because it's a 36 million pixel camera, which is really cool because I do lots of landscapes and I try to do some big prints. So I really needed some heavy pixels. And as I said, I wanted to shift over to the D800 because it has a 36 million pixel sensor. And, you know, so if you have a really nice landscape, you can really make a big print. And sometimes I do very big prints. But then I heard that this camera had the Nikon D800 sensor. I mean, at least that's what many of the blogs are saying. And so let's check out the RAW file. So the resolution, as you can see here. Now this is my lovely dog, one of my love of my life, named Caramel. I took him to the park and it was like a nice sunset. And I sort of, it's a very tough situation for a camera because you have the sunset here, which is very bright, and I still want him, you know, some light on my dog. So this is 7,364 times 4912. So that's a lot of pixels. And check out how sharp it is. And this is I shot this with a 35mm, which is a 35mm 2.8 exactly for that camera. Sony only has 4 lenses, and that's one of them. But it is super sharp. I was really happy of the sharpness. Now let's see how the dynamic range is gonna be. Let's see if I can treat it like I used to. So I'm gonna open up the shadows. Check this out. So much information. Now my dog is very bright, and I'm gonna bring down the highlights. Okay. That's the sunset. It's a bit blurry, but I want to see if I can get more details in the sunset. So I'm going to put this on shade because it was a sunset. It was actually a beautiful sunset. So let's see if we can recover that. So that's the ND filter. I'm going to lower the exposure and I'm going to put it over here. Okay, lower it even more. And I'm going to add some yellows and some magenta. That's how the sunset was. It was a very strong, nice one. And not so bad. I want to open up the shadows, because by opening up the shadows I get some more details on the head of my lovely dog. And okay, so that's that. Let's add some clarity and let's add some vibrance. Okay, it's actually pretty good because I do get a feeling of sunsets and he's very well exposed. I love that. Okay, so just more clarity, more vibrance. Let's see, what do we have? Adobe Standard. Let's see, oh, we have a whole bunch of new camera calibration. Let's check out portraits. That's warmer, but it's kind of nice on this one. And let's check landscape. Landscape, no, it's too dark. Okay, let's go for portrait, maybe. That's kind of cool. And okay, so now I want to, the horizontal line is maybe not very straight, so I'm going to crop it a little bit. Let's use this angle to make sure it's straight. And I want to be a bit more on the dog. Now he's looking this way, so I'm going to make the photo like this and like this, so we are really onto him. Okay. And last but not least, no, maybe I was a bit too, I want him to have a bit more space. Something like that. Okay. I'm going to add some vignetting at the bottom. Oh, a little vignetting here. And maybe a little bit more vignetting up there. And add a bit more magenta or yellows maybe up there. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I want him to be a bit brighter, so I'm going to use a radial filter, a little radial filter on him, which I'm going to invert. This way, anything that I do is only going to be inside of the circle, and I want to make him a little bit brighter and feather it. So yeah, I think the quality of the raw file is amazing. It's actually, for me, it's a lot better than the 6D and the 70. It's really a new adventure for me to work with such a camera, because I can take really amazing photos with a very light wave. Plus, I like to shoot at 35mm. It's really my favorite lens. So I can just spend a whole day just with this camera in my bag and maybe come up with a shot that's really good. Now, let me show you another photo. I'm going to press Command-C, and I'm going to take all the settings I have done on this one, except the graded filter. Oh, no, graded filter I'm going to leave on. The radial I'm going to take off, and the crop. So everything I've done so far, I'm going to copy. Oh, we didn't look at the noise. Let's check it. I mean, I was shooting I was shooting at what? 125 ISO. This thing goes down to 100 ISO. There is a bit of noise, but not that much. So basically what I'm going to do is, on the noise, I'm just going to take out maybe like 10% and put the sharpening like around 90. You know my rule, I take 100 and I take the noise out. Now it's getting a bit grainy again, so I have to do the masking. And the masking, I'm going to do something like this. So anything which is black is not going to get sharpened. This way we only sharpen things. Oh, I love the result. I think I'm maybe going to go even closer like this, so that, because he's looking this way. And maybe add a bit of vignetting on this one. I'm going to enable the profile correction, remove chromatic aberration, and just re-add a bit of vignette. Re-add a bit of vignette. Something like that. And that's a nice portrait. And I really shot this like with no tripod, by hand. I just told him to sit down and take it, and I'm really amazed of the result. Let's see. So Command-C to copy everything that we've done. Copy, and I'm going to go on this photo, and I'm going to press Command-V. So I'm copying everything that I've done straight on that photo, and right out of the camera, I just love the result. Maybe I'm going to make it a bit more panoramic. So I might go down a little bit like this and like this. Yeah. I want to, recrop him a little bit. But overall, it's not bad. Actually, yeah, maybe. I was really happy with the results. This is really my new camera, guys. I'm really happy about it. Now, I want to show you a test that I did, which is crazy. Look at this photo. This photo was taken in the same park the day before, but without my dog. And I love the result, straight into the sun. It's pretty sharp. But check this out. If I go to the crop tool, look how much I cropped. This is the actual 36 million pixel. And I just took this part, which I liked. Press enter and look at the size. It's anyway 4,000 pixels large. So I can make a big print out of that. And that's one of the use. Not only you can make big prints with 30 million pixels, but you can also crop and just get something out of a photo that you really like. So I am totally happy about this camera, and I'm going to play a lot with it. So yeah, that was just to demonstrate the raw file and give you some little tips and tricks on shooting your nice dog.
Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, and welcome to this winter landscape course. This is a course where I took some of my best winter landscape and show you, starting with the raw files, which are included in the course. I'm giving you all the raw files, and I'll show you how I retouch them. So starting off with this first photo in the Alps. This was end of August. It's not exactly winter, but it's, you know, it's the mountains, there is snow, so it's completely like a winter is coming type of spirit. That's the final result. The next photo that we're going to be doing is from the sequoia tree forest. It's a panorama, and this is just a final result. The before after is many photos, so it's kind of hard to give you a preview of that. The next project we're going to be doing is from the Alps. This is a photo I took a couple of weeks ago. This is the before photo, a pretty okay photo straight into the sun, and that's the final result. Then we're going to copy this result and use it to get this retouching done based on the work we did on the first photo. Next, we're going to go to Alcatraz. You see Alcatraz in San Francisco. It was really bad weather, and that's something that happens a lot in winter. Bad weather. What can you do in bad weather? Well, you can go black and white. That's the first black and white version. Or you can go to this, using some nice presets. And then we are going to go back to the Alps with one of my favorite photos ever of the Alps. It is a 2-photo pano. That's the before photo. That's both of the before photo, and that's the final result. I love that photo. That was one of my most successful mountain landscape, and I will show you all the secrets about that one photo. Last but not least, we're going to go to Paris because last year in winter, it snowed a lot in Paris. And I'll show you a couple of shots, and I'll give you the shots and show you how I retouch this shot of the Eiffel Tower. That's the before, that's the after. And this shot of the Alexander III Bridge, that's the before, and that's the after. And finally, this little area of the Champs-Élysées completely under the snow early in the morning. That's the before and that's the after. So this is really my best winter landscape photos. I hope you do check it out and it gives you some inspiration. You get all the raw files. You can just follow along with the videos and get the same results. I'm having a minus 40% sales to start off this new package, and I hope you do take advantage of it. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you for another training. Bye-bye. Okay guys, I hope you do check my winter landscape course that just came out. I put a lot of work into it. Some of the shots I've had for years, and it's really a collection of my best winter landscape. And I think that trying different situations and different lighting, even if the retouching is pretty similar, will give you more technical know-how to get even better results with your own retouching. Thank you for being there, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.